What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool news video, and we have a packed one for you guys. We will talk about Michael Edwards leaving Liverpool and what that could mean for Liverpool's future and the transfer strategy. Do you think this is the end of an era and Liverpool will go into decline after Michael Edwards, or can the transfer committee maintain the same high quality transfers? Because the success rate of the transfers of Michael Edwards under Jurgen Klopp has been nothing short of spectacular and remarkable, and Liverpool needed that because Liverpool don't have the net spend of Manchester United, Man City or Chelsea. So the only way Liverpool can compete is if we get the transfers right 9 times out of 10. Liverpool have a very fine margins for error when it comes to transfers. So let me know, do you think this is the start of the decline at Liverpool or not? And also we will talk about the internationals and Sadio Mane's injury for Senegal, playing for Senegal, and also Mo Salah winning the October Player of the Month in the Premier League. So congratulations to Mo Salah. And Michael Edwards wrote an open letter to Liverpool fans, which I will read to you guys and also give my opinion. But first I want to give you guys Jurgen Klopp's opinion and reaction. He said, Jurgen Klopp said this about Michael Edwards, and it just shows how important he has been at Liverpool. He has been a constant presence during my period at Liverpool. His contribution to our success is clear for everyone to see, and also Gordon, one of the chiefs at Liverpool, said Michael's contribution and achievements will stand the test of time. He helped to rebuild and shape the club into what we see today. And initially Michael Edwards 10 years ago was the head of analytics before eventually progressing to the role of sporting director in 2016. And I think the biggest successes of Michael Edwards is getting Mo Salah for just 36 million, getting Bobby Firmino for 29 million, Joe Gomez for just 3 million, Sadio Mane for just 30 million, Wijnaldum for 25 million, Matip on a free transfer, Andy Robertson for just 8 million, and Diogo Jota for 45, Fabinho for 40, Alisson for 65 million, and also Virgil van Dijk for 75 million. Those were transfers who also were value for money. And Julian Ward will step up as Liverpool's next sporting director, and that is going to be a big shoes to fill for him. He has been in the transfer committee. He was the assistant sporting director before, and Julian Ward is only 40 years old, but he's highly respected and he has a very good relationship with Jurgen Klopp and Gordon himself. And what is very encouraging is that Julian Ward, the successor of Michael Edwards, they are very good friends with Michael Edwards, and he's part of a close-knit football operations team, which of course includes the head of recruitment, Dave Fallows, and also Chief Scout Barry Hunter and other experts in the club. And Edwards calls these people geniuses. He and Ward are particularly close. They spent Wednesday together at the Sports Performance Summit at Twickenham, for example, and Liverpool hope that the transition next summer will be a seamless one. And we will find out very soon, but I think Liverpool have a team of analysts and scouts that of course can identify the right kind of players to sign. And of course the Salah contract situation is the most pressing right now, but hopefully we can agree a new contract with Mo Salah before the end of the season. And Julian Ward is smart enough to know what awaits him. He's extremely experienced and well regarded in the football world, particularly among agents and executives, and he worked with the Portuguese national team and Manchester City before joining Liverpool. His fingerprints are all over Liverpool's off-field improvement over the past decade. So it was he who transformed the club's loan system, enabling them to boost the value of players like Brewster, Wilson, Marco Grujic, Taiwo Avoni through short-term moves, and his contacts in Portugal and South America in particular have been more than useful when pursuing new signings. Ward played a big part in the signings of Firmino, Fabinho and Diogo Jota. And yes, I know that lots of you guys want FSG to sell Liverpool. Are there owners better than them who are ready to pay like 2 billion pounds for Liverpool, I'm not so sure. And FSG don't always make the right decisions, but they have the right kind of people in the right positions. And so far they have had overall, I think, a successful ownership of Liverpool. We all wanted to win the Champions League and the Premier League under FSG, and they have done that. But we need to build on this success, and we need to win another major trophy either this season or next season. That's an absolute must. So I'm pretty optimistic about the future of Liverpool FC. Let me know how do you view that. And Michael Edwards penned a really good open letter to Liverpool fans, basically saying that this is an end of an era when he leaves Liverpool. To be part of this club during this period has been a privilege, he said, due to the people I've been fortunate enough to work with and the success we have enjoyed. And all good things must come to an end, and he said, I recently completed my final summer window as Liverpool sporting director. Even writing those words seems a bit surreal, but I will pack up my laptop at the end of the season and leave my office. And I wanted to take this opportunity to explain the reasons why I'm moving on. Many Liverpool fans were wondering why Edward wants to move on when he has been so successful at Liverpool. And he said he was watching Liverpool on the TV growing up, so he was kind of a Liverpool fan, and he said that not in a million years did he imagine that he would actually end up at Anfield and become sporting director. He said, I had always planned to cap my time at Liverpool to a maximum of 10 years. I've loved working here, but I am a big believer in change. I think it's good for the individual, and in a work setting, good for the employer too. Over my time here, we have changed so many things for the better, and someone new brings a different perspective, new ideas, and hopefully he can build on the things that have been put in place beforehand. That's how I believe businesses, football clubs stay ahead. You need to evolve, and at the heart of this kind of process is always people. That evolution has always been central to Liverpool's history, and I hope that this is one thing that doesn't change. And he said, I'm always looking ahead. I've known that the time for me to leave this role was approaching in the past couple of years, and I think it is entirely fitting that the person to take over from me is Julian Ward. Julian has been building up the skill set for this role for many years, and there are countless elements of his development that could be highlighted. He did outstanding work in creating our loan department 6 years ago. And Michael Edwards also said that if I ever meet anyone, they always ask me about signings and players we have sold. And transfers are one of the exciting parts of the role that I've performed. It can be a lot of fun buying and selling players, and it's something I've enjoyed, particularly when players we have brought in have made a positive difference. Like everything though, there is a team of people that have worked alongside me whose hard work and combined expertise should never be overlooked or understated. And if you are wondering who Michael Edwards' favorite player is, he said, I won't even try to answer that really difficult question, but his dog is called Bobby, so probably Firmino is one of his favorite players because he named his dog after him. He said, Jurgen Klopp always says, a player's success is 50% down to him, but 50% down to the manager. And I don't think anyone needs me to talk about Jurgen Klopp and what he has done for this football club. I think the timing of his arrival and the implementation of his philosophy and his character as a leader will be remembered at Liverpool forever, and I fully agree with that. And he said finally, with the new training ground complete and many of the core players committed to the club through long-term contracts and some of the hard work translated into trophies, it's time for me to move on. I will be around throughout the remainder of the season. I wanted to use this opportunity to place on record my sincere thanks and appreciation to everyone I've worked with, and express my gratitude to FSG for giving me the opportunity. You will never walk alone. So that's a very class farewell letter, all open letter to Liverpool fans, and it explains that there has been no falling out with FSG or anyone at the football club. He just thinks that personally for him it's good after 10 years working at Liverpool to change and to do a different challenge, and he's not going straight away to any other football club. There is nothing agreed yet. Maybe he will become a sporting director at another club. I just hope it won't be in the Premier League. I really hope it doesn't go to Newcastle and helps Newcastle overtake Liverpool in the next 10 years, because that would be painful to see. And now an injury update. Sadio Mane started for Senegal away at Togo, but he was taken off, and it was more of a precaution. There is nothing serious, but the rumors said it was a rib injury, and I really hope that Mane hasn't broken a rib, because if he has, that could be 4 to 6 weeks out, and Firmino is already out for around a month. So if Mane also misses 4 to 6 weeks, that could be trouble for Liverpool. Tsimikas played the full game for Greece and they lost to Spain 1-0. And also Kelleher and Jota were unused substitutes in Ireland's 0-0 draw with Portugal, but Ireland are already out of the contention. And Brazil also qualified for the World Cup with a 1-0 win. Alisson started the game, Fabinho came on as a substitute, and of course Firmino is injured, so he wasn't called up. And also it has been revealed when the Qatar World Cup will take place and how the Premier League season will have a big break during the season. So it has been revealed that the Premier League will pause on November the 13th. The World Cup will be held from November the 21st to December the 18th. 1 week after the World Cup, the Premier League will resume on December the 26th. So that's a brutal schedule that Premier League players will basically have 1 week before the World Cup and 1 week after the World Cup. So no winter break basically. And let's hope that that Liverpool players won't go all the way, like all of them, all the way to the semi-finals of the World Cup, because then they will be very, very tired, and hopefully they won't suffer injuries during the World Cup. But this World Cup in winter is really, really foolish, and I think Qatar should have never gotten the World Cup, but they bribed the officials. I think all but one official was either jailed or charged with bribery out of the FIFA committee who voted for the Qatar World Cup. So it shows that FIFA is corrupt to the core. And Salah fully deserves to win the Premier League Player of the Month award, because he scored 5 goals in 4 games and got 4 assists, I think, as well. And he scored 2 goal of the season contenders against Manchester City and Watford. So he fully deserves to win the Premier League Player of the Month. And that's it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun making it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later, guys. Bye.